Do you feel more settled in now with it being your second year in charge?
More settled in, I would go with yes. I'd say not as settled in as I'd like to be, but I think, with everything going on, everybody's probably in that same boat. So feel like I headed in the right direction. So I'm excited about that. Definitely more settled than we were as we rolled into the cross country season last year, which is probably the case, like I said, for all the athletes as well. So
how satisfied were you with the team's finish at the Big East, as well as having multiple all-conference honorees?
I have to say, at first glance, when the meet happened, I was kind of looking at it going like, man, I thought we were really going to finish better than that. But looking back on it, the guys, man, all season they were having, their best gaps from 1 to 5 were about 35 seconds. At the conference meet, where it was muddy and really probably slowed things down, which would normally spread that gap out, they were down to 28 seconds from 1 to 5. So, man, they did everything they could, and to have 3 all-conference kids in there was very exciting. On the women's side, all season they had, I think not all season, but a lot of the early meets, they were about 15 seconds from 1 to 5, which is ridiculously good. And I was hoping that I'd see something similar at the conference meet, and that gap was pretty big at the conference meet. So, again, we had some injury issues and some health issues with some of the girls. So I think that could have been better, but I really don't think – I think we could have squeaked out one more spot, but a lot less points on the women's side and a couple more all-conference showings I think we could have had. But, man, for all that they went through in that season with all the adjustments, I think they did an amazing job. I was super, super pleased with how they did.
What are your overall goals for your teams heading into this fall?
I think that's pretty simple. I think it's not simple. It's simply stated. Like we just want to be better than we were last year. And that doesn't just mean like, hey, when you get on the cross country course, you're faster than you were last year. I think this COVID thing kind of gets us wrapped around the idea like, hey, we need to take better care of ourselves, and we need to take better care of our teammates. And I think as we do that, we're going to see a lot, just a better, more dangerous athlete on the cross country course. And I'm excited to see what our kids will do to step up to the plate. Just like last year, that was a hard situation to come into. This year's could be harder. But the way they handle it, I have no doubt that they're capable of doing that again this season. So.